Hi friends, welcome to Learning Bazaar. Myself Mahesh. So, in the last two sessions, the first session we understand the why we are not getting a job in SAP. In the second session, we understand the different teams within the project. Today, we understand what are all the different types of projects within the SAP, so that you can have a strong knowledge about this particular SAP. So before going to understand what are the different types of projects that we have in SAP, let us create one example so that you will get a better understanding about these projects. So for that, let us assume here we have a ABC Limited company. This ABC Limited company, it's your wish, whatever the business line that you wanted to take. Imagine this ABC Limited company is operating across the different countries. So here imagine it is operating in India, it is operating in Australia, at the same time it is operating in China. Okay, so let's take an example. This ABC Limited company is using some XERP. It is using. Why I am taking this example is that just to understand different types of project in SAP. So my company is ABC Limited company. It is operating its businesses in India, Australia, China, and at present it is using some XERP. So let us come to this. In SAP we have different types of project. First and foremost thing is greenfield implementation. Greenfield implementation. What is greenfield implementation? Greenfield implementation is nothing but if the company is installing this particular S4 HANA, okay, not only S4 HANA, if they wanted to install some ECC also they can go for it, but the dated updated version is S4 HANA. If the company is installing this S4 HANA by replacing the existing XERP, okay, it is replacing the XERP by this particular S4 HANA. And if you see, at the same time it is changing its business process. Let's say when they are using this XERP, they are performing the activities one way of doing. When they are replacing this XERP to S4 HANA, based on the functionalities available in this particular S4 HANA ERP, they are changing their business process completely. So these kind of projects will be called as the greenfield implementation. They are replacing their existing ERP and they are changing their business process completely. Then this type of project is called as the greenfield implementation. So most of the people will call implementation projects. In the implementation itself we have three categories. Okay, one is greenfield implementation. Now what is another project? Another project is rollout implementation. What is rollout implementation? Rollout implementation is nothing but the way we have this greenfield implementation. Rollout, it's a name itself is indicating. So here our company ABC Limited company, and we are using this ABC, we are operating businesses in India and Australia, China. Here we are replacing the XERP with S4 HANA. So it is not like that we will replace this ERP in all the countries at one go. Usually business will not do like that. First they wanted to implement this ERP in one country, and they observe the performance of this particular ERP, and they will look at what are all the benefits of this implementation, how can better we do these things, so where can I do some progress on this. If they wanted to modify some particular functionality, they can look after that. So once they are okay with that, they are going to extend the same functionality to the other countries. This is simply nothing but rolling off rolling out of rolling off the same process. So here whatever the changes they implemented as part of this greenfield implementation, they are extending this functionality to the other countries. So in simple words is nothing but in simple words we can write it down like this: ERP implemented for one country and extending the same to other countries. At the same time, let's say when you are implementing this ERP for the first time in India, you will do the country specific configurations like currency, like fiscal year. In India we will follow the April to March fiscal year, whereas in US they will follow Jan to December. So ERP is implemented in one country and it is extending for the other countries. At the same time they are considering the country specific configuration. This kind of implementation is called as the rollout implementation. The next type of implementation we have called as the brownfield implementation. Some people will call this brownfield implementation as also a migration project. Okay. Now what is this brownfield implementation or a migration project? This is nothing but this is similar to greenfield implementation only. Here also brownfield implementation is nothing but in our ABC Limited company we are using the XERP and we are replacing the XERP with S4 HANA. But we are replacing only the ERP. The way we are doing the things in XERP remains the same in S4 HANA. So I could say business process remains the same. If you see, with greenfield implementation you are replacing the ERP with new ERP. At the same time, based on the functionalities available in the new ERP, you are completely changing your business process. Whereas in brownfield implementation you are only replacing the ERP but you are not changing any of the business process, then it is called as the brownfield implementation. Okay. Bit confused with greenfield implementation and brownfield implementation? I do have one more example. Let's say you are using one smartphone. Okay. Here you are using one smartphone. Now earlier you are using the Android. You got an opportunity as SAP consultant. You are getting some solid amount of salary. Now you wanted to change your phone from Android to iOS, Apple. Okay. See, when you are changing your device from Android to iOS, only the operating system changes. Your process remains the same. In your Android system, the way you attend the calls, the way you send the messages, the way you use the social network websites remains the same. How you are using this thing, you are also using the same way in this iOS mobile. The way you are using these particular things in Android, you also follow the same way in iOS. Then what is changing here? You are changing your operating system from Android to iOS. It is similar to migrating your operating system from Android to iOS. In the same way, when you are replacing your existing ERP with S4 HANA and you remains the business process as the same, then this type of implementation called as the brownfield implementation. Okay, the one more type of a project that we have is called the support project. So most of the people will call the AMS projects. Okay, whenever you give any interview, some people will call, are you interested in AMS project? AMS project is nothing but support project. Okay, what is this support project? What is this support project? Let me give you a small example. Here, our ABC Limited company is implementing the S4 HANA. It is not like that after installation of S4 HANA, you will not get any issues. You will get issues. Okay, you purchase a car and on regular intervals, you are taking your car to the particular dealer and you are getting the services on regular basis. Okay, it is nothing but whatever the product owner that you have, he is going to provide the continuous support to be able to perform your day-to-day activities without any interruption. This is nothing but once you implement the S4 HANA into this ABC Limited company, whomever they implemented the SAP for your company, they are going to provide the continuous support. Continuous support will be provided to resolve our day-to-day business challenges. Okay. So, to be able to perform efficiently with this particular ERP, we need continuous support. So, this support will be provided in the form of support project. So, for this, we have a particular SLAs associated with this, and we have the different types of ticketing tools, testing tools comes into picture. This we will learn in the another class. So far these are the 4 projects. Now another type of a projects that we have is called the upgradation project. Upgradation. What is upgradation project? Yes, whatever you are thinking now, it is correct. It is updating the version of your particular ERP. Let's say we are using the Android versions. Okay, Android versions. Let's say we are using Android versions 1.0. After some time, you will get the presently, let's say you are using the versions 1.0. So after that you will get version 2.4. So this version is nothing but it is, and as the technology is changing, they are changing their products performance by adding new features and new security gateways and everything. So after some time they are coming with version 3.4. Okay, version 3.4. So simply when you are changing the version of the ERP, then it is called the upgradation project. Then it is called as the upgradation project. Best example for this upgradation project is nothing but, so let's say this ABC Limited company S4 HANA 1809 is implemented. Now you are upgrading this version to S4 HANA 1909. So here in this particular scenario you are upgrading this particular version of this ERP, then this type of a project is called as the upgradation project. So these are all the different types of projects that we have. So the more explanation and the Word document will be attached in the description. Please do download. So with this we learn the different types of projects. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Please like and share and subscribe the learningbazaar.com. We'll meet in the next session. In the next session we'll try to understand the what are all the different testing tools that we have in SAP. Thank you.